Today marks the return of Seth Wayol aboard, so we're going to hear from him in the second hour. And this morning, I was about to go through the news, but it's not in the news this morning. It's nowhere in the paper. You will see it online. It is legitimate because I just got confirmation from one of my contacts inside the Ministry of Defense. So the Prime Minister, after meeting with the National Security Council yesterday, they have officially declared a state of emergency that starts today, March the 3rd. So Trinidad and Tobago is now under another state of emergency. And I knew it was coming, because we have 60-something murders. I think it's 62 murders to date. And that's 31 and 28 days, 31 in January, 28 days in February, that is 59, and 2 days, 61. So we have at least a murder a day taking place, approximately. And the Prime Minister did say that when his Zoso bill failed. She said, okay, I'll just call an state of emergency if I need to. Simple. Right? So, state of emergency has been declared. I'm going to give you a little information here in terms of what was released. Director, do you have that document from the government document labeled SOE that I just sent to you? Yeah. Right, that's it there. Official document statement by the Honorable Kamala Persad Bissessar SC, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, on the declaration of a state of emergency effective Tuesday, 3rd of March. The National Security Council met at the Diplomatic Center on Monday, March 2nd, 2026, and received security briefings from the Commissioner of Police, Alistair Guevara, the Chief of Defense Staff, Don Polo, and the Head of the Strategic Services Agency, Alicia Henry. The NSC noted that following the end of the previous state of emergency on January 31st, 2026, there has been an increase in violent criminal activity across the country, most of which have been carried out by members of organized criminal gangs. The NSC further noted that several of these acts of criminality have resulted in multiple deaths due to mass shootings, and that the continuance of reprisal shootings amongst criminal gangs, if left unchecked, would endanger public safety. The NSC was informed that intelligence recently gathered indicates credible threats to attack police officers, prison officers, and other members of the security and legal services. I had previously warned the criminal gangs and detainees released from prison that decent law-abiding citizens are fed up with their criminality, and if they cannot behave themselves, I would have no hesitation in having another SOE declared. I also indicated that violent gang members would be returned straight to prison, and this time their friends and family who aid their criminality would accompany them. I reiterate my words that if criminals want to terrorize law-abiding citizens and their families, I will do everything legally possible to terrorize criminals and those who aid and abet them. In light of the foregoing and in all the circumstances, the NSC resolved to immediately advise Her Excellency the President to declare that a state of emergency, a state of public emergency exists in Trinidad and Tobago with effect from the 3rd of March 2026 and on the 2nd of March 2026, Her Excellency declared so. This measure is consistent with your government's zero-tolerance approach to crime and criminal gangs, as demonstrated by numerous successful strategic operations conducted by the TTPS and the armed forces over the last 10 months. Legislation introduced in Parliament to empower and protect law-abiding citizens, and ongoing reforms to the criminal justice system. Your government will continue to utilize all available resources to ensure that the gains we have achieved in significantly reducing the murder rates and the incidents of violent crime against citizens are not reversed and overturned by those who are determined to inflict death, hardship, and torment upon our people. And that is the release coming out from the government of Trinidad and Tobago this morning as they declare another state of emergency. And to her credit, the Prime Minister did say, as is mentioned in the document here, she said, I had previously warned the criminal gangs and detainees released from prison that decent law-abiding citizens are fed up with their criminality, and if they cannot behave themselves, I would have no hesitation in having another SOE declared. And she did say that when it came to an end. And here we are. And I think, well, I have two thoughts on this. I think that, one, a state of emergency cannot be your anti-crime plan, right? However, given the state of affairs in Trinidad and Tobago, we just had, not too long ago, a report from those U.S. officials that I keep talking about, that report, speaking of Trinidad and Tobago very highly. And they said that, that 40% reduction in the murder rate is something that we should be marketing to the world in order to open up the tourism sector and so on and so forth, because other sectors will open up shortly, right? We have the talks with the President of the United States that will take place on March 7th. Hopefully those talks go well. I do not think that has been postponed given the situation with Iran. And this morning, we're going to show you all those celebrations of Iranians all over the world. And I'm going to show it to you because there is a clip circulating where a CBS reporter was sent out or was out covering the whole thing, and there were Iranians and thing celebrating in the background, man, and chanting Trump, Trump, Trump. And he got a message on his phone saying, to move away from there. And he asked the cameraman, he said, why do you want me to move from here? And the cameraman simply told him, and it's the audio, everything out there, the clip is out there, it's circulating. The cameraman said, well, they do want to cover it because, they're praising Trump and they're chanting his name. And the reporter refused, and he continued, and he covered the celebrations, you understand? And that's some of those liberal media for you that some of you all like to depend on. I just take in everything, so I have a different perspective on things. But I don't think that has delayed anything. I think the Prime Minister is still scheduled to meet with the President of the United States on the 7th of March, and hopefully those talks go well. Hopefully we do get that assistance in reopening the refinery. As one company stated that have thrown their hat in the ring, and it was reported in the news, I think it was last week, Friday, was it some Calypso something company? They were reported to be interested in the refinery, and they estimate about a billion US is what it would take to reopen the refinery, but of course it has to happen in phases, and those phases would include, a full reopening of the refinery in 4 to 5 years. So that's how long it's going to take to fully reopen that refinery. But they could partially reopen it within a year and get it up and running. And I would imagine that if that could happen, we could get some business coming in from Guyana, Suriname, and Venezuela. And then as gradually, in phases, they would open up and open up and open back and open back until the entire thing is open back over that 4 to 5 year period. It's sad to know that that is the length of time it's going to take and the cost attached to it to open back a refinery that should have never been shut down in the first place. You understand? But anyway, that's a story for another day. Let's get your thoughts on this, gentlemen. Let me just take a few calls here very quickly. Do not, please, all it don't go on and on this morning, please keep it short, because it's a very busy morning. All right? And I ain't have time to sit down and take no call for no 4 and 5 minutes. All right? Keep your thing within 30 seconds to a minute. It shouldn't be that hard to do. Gentlemen, connect I and I now. Are connected already, you sure? Oh, Lord. All right, so yeah, morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Morning,
Stefan,
quickly.
yeah, a state of emergency, any government, any government police service who think, and the reasons why they give for the state of emergency is really showing a lack of ability on the police side to do their work properly. And the government saying, well, yeah, if that is the case, let's call a state of emergency. It's really unfortunate, and it just seems that things are so out of control for so long. We have done that under state of emergency for so long, locking up people under state of emergency. That's not going to solve anything. If you want to throw a carpet over the dust, that all well and good, and the supporters obviously could celebrate it, but this is not a celebration. There's nothing to celebrate in calling a state of emergency. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, no problem. I don't think anybody's celebrating it, but, you know. My thing is you catch them, they're guilty, execute them. I done. Because I'm fed up. I am fed up. Send them to the gallows, hang them, start to hang people. Morning. That's what
Morning,
going to take, you
Stefan.
know.
Stefan, I support what you're saying, D.
But that's what going to
Understand?
take. It's going to take that because it's sickening.
At the end of the day, I support the state of emergency. It more or less giving the police the little bit of powers that they could apprehend. They don't need the warrant to get these criminals up. Because right now, for me, the thing about it, Stefan, we know the police can be everywhere. But it's high time we start to put fear into these criminals and them. Seriously speaking. Sorry to say it so, like it's best we get some kind of extrajudicial squad to deal with the backside. Sorry to say it so, Stefan.
I ain't agree with no extrajudicial squad.
I
say
know
if
that's my little opinion.
yeah, no, I hear you,
That's
but
my little
I mean,
opinion.
I don't agree with that, but go ahead.
Son, but it's high time they do something with them because they don't care, they don't respect, they have no fear. Understand? And that is sad thing, sad reality about them. This generation of criminals is a different breed. They have no respect, they care about no one, they have no conscience.
All right.
Understand? So you have
Okay.
to deal with them a certain way. You don't know. Thank you later.
All right, yeah, man, no scene. Yeah, state of emergency declared this morning. Hello, good morning.
A very, very good morning to you.
Yes, I go
I
ahead.
tell you a million times already, you mustn't allow callers. You see, you repeat it today. People be going on and keep repeating themselves. Anyway, what I have to say is that even yourself mentioned at one time that the death penalty is not a deterrent. People still commit crime. That's not true.
I don't believe that at all, but go ahead.
But hear what? When
I
you
believe it
fire
is a
one
deterrent.
shot, but when you fire, I believe it too. When you fire a shot, you see how does it take off and run for their life? Their life is more important. All the best.
All right, no problem. Exactly. When you are going to shoot behind them, they go running, you know. Morning.
Morning. A
Yes,
state of
sir.
emergency is not a crime plan. It's a tool that the government have and the police have to deal with crime. So if they're using it right now, that shouldn't be an issue to anybody. At the
Yep.
same time, the hunters and rescue team together at Ian Allen could go around and find people and get the police out to come and do their jobs. So this is why I keep on asking for a marshal squad in that same vein to go after these criminals and find them and bring them to justice. We may need a state of emergency too with a curfew. And the curfew may come from time to time. So we are looking forward to seeing these things. The issue here is to bring down crime and to make the country safe. Have a good day, man.
All right. My only thing with that is that, okay, we were under a state of emergency for a little period of time for most of 2025. And I think that during that period of time, the police had to come up with, the police must have, I mean, what was doing, twiddling all the thumbs? You must have some sort of plan coming out of the SOE to keep the pressure on the criminal elements. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Morning. I
Morning.
totally agree with you. I totally agree with you with the hangman thing. You understand? Thank you.
All right, darling, no problem. No, I am fed up. I am fed up of living in a country where these people that committing these crimes with these high-powered rifles, like the ones who got down the man by Grand Bazaar, whatever, if it gang-related or whatever, I'm fed up all these gang-related killings. I am fed up of it. You understand what I'm saying? Morning.
Stefan,
Please, how to move forward, man.
Stefan.
Them fellas keeping us back. Yeah.
this is out of hand. Any means necessary. Any means
I agree with that at
necessary
this
to
point.
help them. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I fed up a situation in this country. I'm fed up. People had to be home invasion and all them kind of thing, man. Sometimes they just tell us there's no law and order in this place. We had to do something to bring it back, man.
Yeah.
You have a pleasant day.
All right, man. And this is the point, you know. This is why law and order is important, and you must have law and order in order to exist. Because just take this into consideration. We have laws, and men just break it. And people just break the laws. Right? Imagine if it didn't have any laws. Morning. Morning, morning.
Morning, Stefan. You're right by laws and order. I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question, Stefan.
Sure.
Tell me, when the whole a man, a young boy, a man, an old man, a woman, whoever it is, with an unlicensed firearm, with ammunition, what do you find? What is the charge? What did this do with them?
With an unlicensed firearm?
Yeah, with ammunition.
No, well, you're arrested for being in possession of an illegal firearm. And you go before the court. Depending on if it's a first offense, I think the magistrate, it's in the hands of the magistrate.
All right, well, this is the problem we have in this country.
You will get bail
Is that we
on a
not-
first offense,
Huh?
I think. But
All right.
you know,
Okay, well, this is the problem we have in this country.
Depending on
that
the
if they
situation.
used to, whenever they hold anybody, no matter whoever it is, with an unlicensed firearm, with ammunition, the price should be already there. Like when you go see, you go in, the price is there. It's 10 years, 15 years off the back foot. It's not to carry to a magistrate and ask you where you was, what you was, how long you have. Any time they catch you with an unlicensed firearm, with ammunition, you should be getting 15 years, 20 years off the back foot. And this is what we have down here. We're playing with the law. The law is not functioning. Anytime the law is not functioning in a country, it go happen slow. That's why
Okay.
you see this is the problem we don't hear. You could do what you want. They're just plain spinning top in mud. Get
Okay.
serious with the law. Have a nice day.
yeah, man, no problem. Yeah, man. Let's see if I can take one more here. Yeah, morning. Cosa Nostra, what going on? Talk to us.
Yes, Stefan.
Yeah, man.
My take on this thing is see society, crime like it comes society, dirty linen in the public. Because look, we have a whole file missing from in the Homeland Security concerning about a serious thing we're going on with this man they call Ben Thomas. So I watching this thing like crime becomes society dirty linen. And unless society decide to clean up the dirty linens, I feel we always have crime coming on the ground because this is what's going on in the country today.
All
This is
right.
my take on this thing.
Yeah, man, no problem. I'll take one more. 327-7400. I'll take one more, and then I have to go to the break, and we'll come back and, look at some other things happening, especially the global situation in Iran. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Stefan.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
Mommy, mute. Hi, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you fine. Go ahead. No. Listen on the phone. Listen on the phone. Don't listen on the TV.
Okay. So yesterday, I was wondering what happened in Grandy yesterday. As I was entering Grandy yesterday, I met with police on either sides of the road, so they were on 3-lane. All they were seeing were their faces, their eyes, nothing else. When you got into Santa Grande, the roads were blocked off. I asked the police officer what was happening. He said there was a bomb scare at Santa Grande Station. But how can there be a bomb scare at Santa Grande Station when all the police officers were sitting in the station? Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I took from Extra Fruits and Santa Grande to the end of Santa Grande, I took an hour to get to that point.
Okay. That was yesterday, you said?
That was yesterday afternoon. They said when I went onto Facebook when I got home, they said the bomb scare was around 9 a.m. and it discomforted people until 6 p.m. They didn't unblock the roads till after 6 p.m. yesterday afternoon.
Wow. Okay. All right, thanks. Thanks for the info.
Okay.
I don't know what went on in Grande yesterday. I can't speak to that, but that just sounds a little odd to me. Especially if the police and they sitting down in the police station and they're saying it's under a bomb scare. So, I don't know. I got to check the information on that to see if the correct information is out there. All right. We got to go to the break. Before we go to the break, Keolic. The Keolic range of products, you can pick up any one of these products at a pharmacy or a health store across the country. And I want to remind you that these products are backed by science. They have over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, and they're all made from the aged garlic extract. And several products in the range, including the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health, the cholesterol health, the total heart health, the circulation health, the Keop green powdered drink mix, and the probiotics. So, like I said, you could pick it up at a pharmacy or health store across the country, or you could WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. Chef Shiraz and the Culinary Academy, they have their course schedule for March and April, and they include the 14th of March Certificate in Culinary Arts, 31st of March, the Easter Kids Cooking Classes, which are a 3-day course, and then on the 11th of April, they have the Food Costing Workshop on the Creative International Cuisine. So you could give them a call or WhatsApp them on 372-4639 or 737-5097. And of course, Chef is headed out to Canada for the masterclass event. And he's headed out there, I think it is a week time. Not this week, but next week. All right? So, because he will be in studio this week to make breakfast for these hungry people have in the they walk with their belly, they had on a Friday when Chef coming in. And finally, Run, Stefan, Run. Yes, Run, Stefan, Run. That's what we're talking about, you know. The 5K that pays the most. All right, over $40,000 in cash and prizes to be given away, including cash prizes for the top 10 finishers in the competitive category. So if you think you're a competitive runner or you just want to compete, you know what I mean? You come out, you get yourself registered via online at trinbagoevents.com. That is trinbagoevents.com. You can visit my Facebook page or my Instagram, and you will see the flyer there with all the information. There is a QR code on the screen right now. You can scan the QR code. It will take you straight to the site, and you could get yourself registered. I'm urging people to get registered as early as possible for the 5K this year. April 26th is the date. QRC is the location, and the time is 6 a.m. The warm-up will be at 5:30 a.m. as per usual. All right, I'm currently putting things in place as it relates to the police. I have to make a call today to my good partner Francis so that he could coordinate that, because I was very disappointed in the manner in which the police conducted my run over the last 2 years. It pissed me off, to say the least. And I mean, we have a very good relationship with them here, and you know what I mean, I think I should be getting better service than that, personally. All right, this is the medal. The medal is currently in the manufacturing stage in China. So we will get it in time. You'll see the actual real thing before the run. But it's a 4-inch medal there. It's an inch bigger than the normal medals. A normal medal is about 3 inches. We go on to about 4 inches. And there is some dynamics inside of there as well, with certain measurements, as you can kind of see there, where the R in the run is and that kind of thing. And there's an actual print on the back of it as well. I have a picture of the back here, but we'll do that on a later date. But this is the medal. This is the Stefan Run medal for 2026. So people get yourself registered. It's $200. Again, your jersey, your breakfast, and your medal. And just come out and have a terrific morning. Come out, get some exercise in. It's one of those events that we do for a charity. The charity this year is the Trinidad and Tobago Autistic Society, or the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago. Amoy, good morning to you and the whole crew up there. We'll see how best we can help you all out this year. April is the month of autism, so everything has fallen into place, and we headed out on the 26th. Get registered online. Walk-in registration at sports and games outlets will not take place until later this month. All right, we have the promo codes and everything to organize, and then we got to distribute and everything like that. So if you don't want to pay with a card because you don't have a debit card or a credit card, or you just don't want to use a card, you want to pay cash, then you go to the walk-in outlets at sports and games. You pay the cash there, they give you the promo code. You go up on the website, trinbagoevents.com, you type in the promo code, and you just fill in the information, and that's it. Make sure and put in your correct t-shirt size. We will not, I repeat, we will not be exchanging no t-shirts. Don't come and tell me, no, it's a medium I wanted, when you know you put small or large. All right? Make sure you put the right size. With that, we take the break. When we come back from the break, we will get back into the action. Stay tuned.
Women of TNT, the bedrock of society. This weekend, we celebrate you in style at the International Women's Day edition of Gone But Not Forgotten. Honoring the legacies of past women icons like Denise Plummer, singing Francine, what happened to you? Woman, you could run away too. And singing Sandra. And die with my dignity. We also recognize the most undisputed Calypso Monarch victory ever of the magnificent Terry Lyons. And supporting the sisters on their day include past legends like Shadow, Funny, Maestro, Arrow, Rigo, and Blacks. All happening this International Women's Day weekend. This Saturday, 7th March at Napa, 6 p.m. and Sunday 8th at Sapa, 5 p.m. Your master of ceremony, Sunny Bling. Tickets $300 and $250. $10 off for online purchases. Available at islandetickets.com. Crosby's, Jumbo Foods Barataria, Mart's Liquor Palace, Diego Martin Main Road, All Kenny Sports, Western Union, Tunabuna, All Extra Foods, Supermarket, Athletes by the Park, Palini Drugs, San Fernando, Napa, and Sapa Box Office. For more info, call 732-3402. The International Women's Day edition of Gone But Not Forgotten.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Air conditioning problems? Then Look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78 Bamboo Settlement number 2 Valsain between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth, and we go shout from the top of the mountains. This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. We really have a different kind of style. The elders teach it to me as a child, and this is how we know that we are alive. Vincy people never need too much to start a vibe. It's Vincy time, June and July. You need to fly up to the maddest place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
I just got off the phone with President Trump. It was a roughly 9-minute phone interview talking about the war in Iran. Just want to give you the quotes. He said, quote, "We're knocking the crap out of them. I think it's going very well. It's very powerful. We've got the greatest military in the world, and we're using it." I asked the president how long he thought this war might last. He said, "I don't want to see it go on too long. I always thought it would be 4 weeks, and we're a little ahead of schedule." I asked him if the U.S. was doing more to help the Iranian people reclaim their country than the military strikes, if there was other stuff going on. He said, "Yes, we are indeed, but right now we want everyone staying inside. It's not safe out there." He also suggested it was about to get even less safe. "We haven't even started hitting them hard. The big wave hasn't even happened. The big one is coming soon." I asked the president about the fact that Iran attacked Arab countries in the region, Bahrain, Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, and the UAE. He said that that was the biggest surprise so far for him and his team. Quote, "We were surprised. We told them," meaning the Arab countries, "we've got this." And now they want to fight, and they're aggressively fighting. They were going to be very little involved, and now they insist on being involved. He said of the Arab leaders of those countries, "I know these people, they're tough and smart." The Iranians, he said, quote, "shot into a hotel. They shot into an apartment house. It just made them," meaning the Arab leaders, "angry. They love us, but they were watching. There was no reason for them to be involved." That was probably the biggest surprise. You have to understand they were living under that dark cloud for years, meaning the Iranian nuclear threat. That's why you could never have peace. I asked, okay, well, who's going to lead Iran now? The president said, we don't know who the leadership is. We don't know who they'll pick. Maybe they'll get lucky and get someone who knows what they're doing. The Iranians, he said, lost a lot in terms of leadership because in the initial strikes, not only was Ayatollah Khamenei killed, but also 49 other Iranian leaders, he said. It was an amazing strike. They got a little bit arrogant by meeting all in one place. They thought they were undetectable. They weren't undetectable. We were shocked by it. They don't even know who's leading them now. We went down 49, he said, meaning 49 leaders on the leadership chart there. We don't know who's leading the country now. They don't know who's leading. It's a little like the unemployment line. The president said that they tried to make a deal with the Iranians, but we couldn't make a deal with these people. He said every offer was met with a walk back of a previous offer. They had all that enriched stuff, he said, referring to uranium. They looked at redoing it there. This is after the strikes last June. But it was in such bad shape, the mountain had basically collapsed. The president said, this is the way to deal with Iran. We don't have to worry about agreements. He talked about all of the years, decades of killing and IEDs and all the destruction that Iran has wreaked on the United States and other countries. He said people in the military walking around with no legs, walking around with no arms, their faces shattered. He said that today's military operation was of a piece, part of a larger campaign. We took out Soleimani last time. That's referring to the Iranian general Qasem Soleimani. He was an unbelievably violent, vicious general. Hitting him, he said, was a big move. If that didn't happen, then you might not have Israel today. Israel might not exist. Then he referred to Midnight Hammer, the strike against the Iranian nuclear facilities last June. They were a month away from having a nuclear weapon. He criticized Obama's nuclear deal with Iran. He said it gave all the power to Iran. They would have had a nuclear weapon 3 or 4 years ago. They would have used it against Israel. They maybe would have used it against us. In the latest talks, he said the Iranians, quote, weren't willing to give us what we asked for. They should have done it. So it's going good, the president said before getting off the phone.
You see the attacks they're conducting right now? They're attacking airports. They're attacking hotels. They're hitting not just military bases. They're attacking our embassies directly. They're attacking facilities that have nothing to do with war or with military. And that's a weakened Iran. That's an Iran despite years of sanction. Imagine a year from now or a year and a half from now the capabilities they would have to inflict damage on us. It's an unacceptable risk, especially in the hands of a regime that's run by radical clerics. The Ayatollah was a radical cleric. That entire regime is led by radical clerics who don't make geopolitical decisions. They make decisions on the basis of theology, their view of theology, which is an apocalyptic one. That has to be taken very seriously as well. So that was the purpose for what this operation is all about. That's what it's focused on. As the president said earlier today, it is on or ahead of schedule. I will defer to the Department of War to discuss the progress being made at a tactical level, but it was the right decision and an important decision for the safety and security of the world.
Iranian wants freedom. They want to have a choice. They want to have a voice to present themselves. We want to tell the world that we are not Islamic Republic. We are Iranian. We are friends of the West, the East, the whole world.
Dozens marched from the World War I Memorial to Lafayette Square, just steps from the White House. They carried flags, held signs thanking the president and chanting, as you can hear, some of them chanted USA, USA, and change the regime. Some rally-goers told us they were hearing reports that Iran's supreme leader, Khamenei, was killed in the strikes launched by the U.S. and Israel. Those claims also reference from President Donald Trump and Israeli officials. We also spoke with one Iranian-American woman who says she's lived here since 2016 and says her family suffered under the current regime.
No freedom. Like we had nothing to say. They didn't even let us live like a basic human right. They didn't let us have that. And now I'm here to say thank you, Trump.
Now, organizers tell me this may be the beginning of just a series of events like these. Already another rally is set for next Saturday, and if tonight is any indication, we could be seeing some in the next coming days.
Mr. Mark Ruffalo, why are you talking about the ICE, that one single woman that died, that came in front of ICE? I don't understand where you guys want to take this with Gaza and Hamas and the Islamic Republic of Iran. Neither of you have lived under the Islamic Republic tyranny that you guys are talking about the death of one single woman that have came in front of an ICE agent, a police. And you guys are talking about, you guys have human rights. You guys have everything that you need in your life. We have been taken, our lives have been taken away from us. You guys have everything, and you guys once have one president in your country that wants the best for the people of America that have built the land for 250 years. America has a right to have a country. America has a right to have a country as much as Iranians have a right to have a country. So let's get the facts right here. All right? Let's not get ourselves lost in this illusion that you guys have been building for us.
Here's how Iranians are celebrating today. Meanwhile, in Massachusetts,
Boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. Boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere.
not a single Iranian in sight. What are you protesting here?
The emotional state of the Iranians right now, I don't think will ever understand, because the depth of it is wild. Do you understand that there's so many of us that haven't been able to visit our country in 30 to 40 years? Do you know how many people haven't seen their family members in that long? Do you know how many people go to Dubai and Turkey just to stand across the way and see their country from afar and cry knowing that they can't go there? Do you understand how many people are going to be on that plane ride together crying their eyes out knowing they're finally flying over their soil? Do you understand how many people are going to get to that country, bend down and kiss their soil again? Do you understand how emotional this is? Do you understand how it feels to see our mom and dads finally seeing their country getting free again? You guys, pack your bags. We're going home.
I'm recording this because right now I just saw the news, the confirmed news that the Islamic regime's supreme leader Ali Khamenei is dead. And I'm so happy. This is my first time in my entire life that I feel this way. I feel like we are done with years of nightmare and terror and everything that they did to our country and also other countries. This is like a dream come true. I still feel like I'm dreaming. All the Iranian people are feeling the same. And we were hearing this morning, but we were trying to confirm and see if it's real or not. This is the beginning of the freedom way for Iran and the end of a dictator who murdered Iranian people for the past 47 years and terrored all the neighboring countries, Europe, America, and the whole world, funded terrorism for years, and made us live hell in Iran. If you support terrorism, you need to be ashamed of yourself, because Iranian people right now are happy. This is the best day.
Yeah, those are some videos from across the world. Iranians celebrating, right? A lot of them said there were a few videos that we didn't have time to play. But just like with Venezuela, you see that these people are liberated. The tyranny that was inflicted on them for 47 years is coming to an end. The first clip there was CNN reporter Jake Tapper in his conversation with President Trump. And he asked Trump how long he think the war, and he said, well, you know, they said it would take about 4 weeks. They estimated in about 4 weeks, they will have everything under control. He said, but they were ahead of time. So I think I estimate within the next 2.5, maybe by, let's see, 1 week, 2 weeks, next week, it'll take them about a little over 2 weeks, I think, before this whole thing comes to an end. All right? But I tell you, in the last 3 months, or in less than 3 months, Trump has liberated Nigeria, Venezuela, and now Iran. You understand? And I was going through in watching some of these clips and so many others that circulating, right? Because there are things that the media won't show you. Some of those reports, the media went and report because they had no choice. It's too big a wave. It's too big a movement. The flag that they're holding there, that image is Reza Pahlavi, who I think is a direct descendant of Cyrus the Great, because when you go back to the history of Iran, before they were under Islamic rule, they were a democratic country with democratic beliefs and so on and so forth, because that's the land of the Persians, right? And it is Britain and Russia, if I'm not mistaken, when they discovered oil in Iran, Britain and Russia, they milk it at that time. They got their fair share of the wealth through that oil. And it was America and Britain that put Iran in that position where they ended up as an Islamic state, right? Can't go through the whole history, but that is being corrected. And to sit and watch these celebrations by people who have walked the walk, lived the life, experienced the oppression and the tyranny, and are overjoyed today, just the same way when he went and snatched Maduro. Venezuelan people were in tears of joy. You understand? How could you deny that this isn't the right thing? I have no idea. And it's unfortunate that somebody, you see me, I go by what they are saying. They are the people that live there. They are the people, and I told already the same thing with Venezuela. I don't want to hear what the media say, and what this one say, and that one say, and our opinions don't matter. My opinion don't matter on this. Right? You're sitting down there, armchair, commentator. Your opinion really don't matter because you didn't live it. You don't live it, you don't know it. You don't know what the people went through. They say when you're walking a dog, if you're walking a dog in Iran, they take the dog, you know. You can't walk a dog in Iran. You cannot walk a dog. Their police are called morality police. Morality police, Boy, over the last few months alone, is about 30,000 people that regime executed for protesting. Somebody had to do something. The UN, as usual, is toothless. So the UN kept saying to Iran and telling them, stop with the execution of these protesters, stop. But that's all the UN could do, is a talk shop. You dig? That's why they don't matter in the grand scheme of things. There's a sign in one of those celebrations saying, this is not a war, this is a rescue mission. And it was the same thing for the Venezuelan people. You understand? You gotta listen to these people here. See these people here? These people you gotta listen to. Nobody else matters. And yes, every regime will have their supporters. And when you live in a population of millions of people, that support base may be thousands, tens of thousands. But they're in the minority. You understand? At the end of the day. And you look at the world and this global change that's taking place. Because make no mistake about it, Trump is reshaping the global structure of power, You understand? And if anything, you see that World Economic Forum and all of them in trouble, because he ain't bowing to them, He ain't going on that path. The world ain't going to be run by a set of people who in the shadows and nobody don't know who they are. He ain't going on that road. You understand? And whether you like it or not, the best thing that could have happened to the world is Donald Trump. The White House needed somebody like that to sit down in office and do what everybody else was afraid to do. Whether you like it or not. And I know some only have Trump derangement syndrome. You understand? But that's the truth. Because lest we forget that the world was headed on a path where a boy could be a girl and a girl could be a boy, and men could compete in women's sports and all that damn nonsense. And for somehow or the other, while those are against it, they would still vote for it. It's the most confusing thing I've ever come across. Well, you can understand that? How are you going to be against that? You understand what I'm saying? Saying it don't make no sense, saying it morally wrong, right? And then go and vote for it. I don't understand that. It's confusing. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to agree with everything that Trump does. I don't agree with everything that he does at times. But I'm telling you, he's made some very tough decisions and he's made some moves that has liberated 3 nations. And he's done it in less than 3 months. So if you're talking performance, for me, that is performance, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Now, at the top of the show, if you just tuned in, because we're 5 minutes away from the hour, 7 o'clock, those clips did run us a little way, but we'll come back in the second hour before we get to set and take some calls. We spoke about Trinidad and Tobago being under a state of emergency. I think that, personally, I have no problem with it, because once you do not implement a curfew, as we have seen in the past year or so, it really doesn't feel like a state of emergency. However, somehow or the other, the police are conducting these operations that seem to have an effect where we could keep that crime rate down. So until better can be done, I have no problem with the state of emergency at this point in time. However, I do say and I reiterate that the government and the police service, because Alexander is the one who opened his mouth and say, we have strategies, we have plans, we have other things that we could do. Well, where are the other things? That is my question. And I put that question to Roger this morning. Where are the other things that you keep talking about? Because we've made a full circle and we come back to square one. And we back to an SOE. You said that that is not your plan. When the Zoso bill was shut down, and by the way, the police have, for all year, all these clowns that was preaching to all year, but the police go press all year, and the police have too much powers, and this, that, under Zoso. The police have more powers under a state of emergency than a zone of special operation. In case you didn't know. You understand? Oh boy. But like I said, to Roger Alexander, Homeland Security Minister, who keeps saying, we have plans and we have other things and we have other strategies. Where are the other strategies? I kept saying last year, the state of emergency will come to an end, and then what? I kept saying that. For those of you watching this program, I don't remember me well saying that, you know. I said, okay, we under a state of emergency, crime still happening, home invasions were still happening, killings were still happening, albeit to a lesser extent, but I kept saying, what is the plan after? And you cannot tell me that the Commissioner of Police, Alistair Guevara, and the head of the Defense Force, and those in the National Security Council, during that period of time that we were under the state of emergency, putting pressure on the criminal elements, you can't tell me in that time that nobody came up with a plan or a backup plan. If Zozo was the plan, fine. But you know you had to go to the parliament to get that passed. So in the event that that failed, you ought to have a backup plan. And here we are. So I'm not against it. If it's going to keep the crime rate down, I think anybody would welcome that right now. But we have to get to the point where we are beyond just calling a state of emergency. That the TTPS has a plan in order to deal with the criminal elements. That the whole legal system, the whole justice system starts to fix itself into supporting the TTPS and so on and so forth, so that we could have a smooth system into capture, conviction. You understand? It cannot be that we're spinning in circles. We'll come back and take some calls in the second hour. As we go to the break, let me just remind you that Jameson Immunity Products, they got the immune system boosters, and these include the cold fighter with echinacea, the vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, you could try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and the ultra strength zinc. So chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. I also want to remind you about Steel Force Caribbean Limited. They're offering full services in engineering and architectural design. And, this is all about steel construction and fabrication, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details. These include fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set at API standards. And they offer a wide range of services for residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. You could give them a call on 490-2771 or 399-7590. And it's Steel Force Caribbean Limited, reinventing the standards on how we handle steel. Yeah, man. And do not forget, Ricky, morning, my brother. Ricky's part of Big Beer. Well, he's one of the sponsors on board, but Big Beer Promotions, they're presenting the Corridoc, the Easter Grand Bazaar Corridoc competition at the Brazil Recreational Grounds in Brazil from 1 p.m. to 12 midnight on Sunday, April 5th. I am up there. I have a team that will be competing. You know what I mean? Because we have to, fellas, we going up. Who cooking the duck? Watch them. Watch earlier. Well, you can't cook, eh? You just eat it, eh? Chef cooking the duck. We have options. We have options, eh? We have chef. I have Jason. I have Richard and the team from South that we could pull together and take this competition. It's $6,000 first prize, fellas. I feel we could take that. So registration ends on the 31st of March, and get yourself registered. All you got to do is call Ricky on 358-3012. or Kelvin on 290-2833, or Kevon on 348-9055. It is the Easter Grand Bazaar Corridor Competition, man. We up there on the 5th of April. Beautiful. All right. With that, we got to take the break. When we come back from the break, Brent Thomas, another reminder. Remember, I pulled one article yesterday that was with Hines' visit to the National Security Ministry. Well, we have another report because as the Prime Minister raised it, I start to go back and look now, boy. And I start to find some very interesting things that leaves more questions than answers. And then Mark Bassant just recently released a story that makes absolutely no sense at all. And that story has to do with the Brent Thomas matter. But I'll share that story with you when we return. All right? Because the former Commissioner of Police, McDonald Jacob, in this story under the headline, Ex-Top Cop Jacob says arms dealer Thomas volunteered to return. However, Brent Thomas has denied that claim. I can't understand how he could volunteer to return. They put the man in handcuff and fly him back on a CARICOM plane. And then when the matter go to court, the magistrate look at the evidence and say, but this man was abducted. So how we could have volunteer? So McDonald Jacob, what you saying now it making no sense either. Because you had all the time to say this and never said it. All of a sudden, he volunteered? Well, boy, stay tuned. We'll be back after this. Da-da-da. You hear lie? That is lie.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply, everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career,
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
All right, so we're back, and as we return, boy, it getting interesting, you know, especially when you go back, right, with this Brent Thomas issue. So there's an article in the Express this morning where Mark Besant has put out a story, and McDonald Jacobs is at the center of that story. Brent Thomas is denying what Jacobs is saying, but I'll get into parts of that story in a little bit. This missing file in the Thomas matter that came up, and we spoke about it yesterday, and when the missing file came up, I said, I'm going to do a little research, and I found the article on Hines visiting the Ministry of National Security last year, May. Right? So that was in May. That was May 29th of 2025. So there was a CNC3 story that spoke about a probe that would be launched into the actions of the police involved in the Brent Thomas abduction. Run me the story with the probe.
Months after she led the investigation against her former boss, DCP Suzette Martin is herself on the receiving end of an inquiry regarding allegations of criminal conduct. The problems arose in 2022 when Martin, the then head of the Professional Standards Bureau, led an investigation to arrest firearms dealer Brent Thomas in Barbados. And while Thomas was charged with the possession of firearms and explosives, High Court Judge Devendra Rampasad was critical of the police's execution of the arrest, describing it as an abduction. After the judgment was issued, an investigation was ordered by former Police Commissioner Erla Harewood Christopher in 2023. In his first media briefing, top cop Alistair Guevara was careful to avoid revealing the exact accusations, but maintained it was serious enough to warrant an investigation.
The firearm dealer would have indicated that certain acts would have been carried out against him and that he felt that it was bordering on criminal conduct. I would not want to pronounce on what exactly is that criminal conduct.
And while there may be some concerns over the timing of the allegations and investigation, Guevara maintained that the TTPS has nothing to hide.
I would have been appointed on the 18th and I would have received the report on the 18th and I would have immediately taken steps to deal with the report. So we are not hiding behind anything. Our hands are clean and we are open to the public.
But even as the investigation into Martin's conduct begins, Guevara says she will continue to serve as DCP. He stressed that the only body authorized to suspend or remove an officer is the Police Service Commission. When contacted, the Commission's chairman, Dr. Wendell Wallace, said he was unaware of the matter and preferred not to comment until he had further information. CNC3 News also reached out to Martin, who said she was aware of the inquiry and was confident that the TTPS would carry out the investigation with fairness and professionalism in mind. Martin added that while she continues to serve as DCP, she would not obstruct investigators and welcomed the inquiry as she was fully prepared to assist in any lawful investigation. In their response to CNC3's questions, the Police Complaints Authority confirmed that they were conducting their own separate inquiry into Martin for the arrest of Thomas, but declined to comment further. While no one knows for certain what the outcome of the investigation will reveal, the public and the membership of the TTPS continues to look on and hope for the best.
All right. So that's the story of the probe being launched. Yes? And interesting, that report came out on June 24th, 2025. That was the day after the press conference. I think the press conference that the police held announcing that a probe would be launched was on June 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, and this news report was the next day, right? So June 24th, 2025 is when that report hit the news. Interestingly, on Monday, the 30th of June of 2025, police file on DCP Martin's probe goes missing. Just about 4 or 5 days later, a file concerning this probe went missing. So they announced this probe, okay, we're going to have a probe into the actions of the TTPS and whichever officers were involved, and they announced this on the 23rd or the 24th of June, and then on the 29th or the 30th, this article was written on the 30th of June, 2025. So that's a few days, less than a week after they announced the probe, the police file on DCP Martin's probe went missing. Now, you see what I tell all you? How so many things just go missing in this country? Outside of people. So, conveniently. Somebody can explain me? Let me read you a little piece of the article. The file relating to a previous police investigation into the conduct of Deputy Commissioner of Police Suzette Martin and 3 other officers in the Brent Thomas matter has reportedly gone missing. Senior officers said Martin formally requested a copy of the file from lead investigator ACP Kurt Simon, but to date got no response. That's as it relates to date back then, the 30th of June 2025. On June 23rd, Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara instructed Simon to reopen an investigation against Martin and others based on a new complaint Thomas, a gun dealer, submitted on the Commissioner of Police's first day in office on June 18th. A query sent to Simon via WhatsApp on June 29 seeking comment on the development was not acknowledged. Now, I'm going to skip all the parts with what happened to Thomas and going back to Barbados, right? Right. Now, the appeal court, blah, 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 blah. Right. On June 28th, Martin cleared her office in anticipation of being suspended from office and prepared a status report for the Commissioner of Police and other members of the police executive on pending high-profile investigations. The Police Service Commission, which has the power to suspend Martin pending the outcome of the investigation, has so far remained silent up to that point, and we know she has not been suspended because she's now a Deputy Commissioner of Police, right? And she was recently the Gold Commander for Carnival. Chairman Dr. Wendell Wallace told Newsday on June 28 that he had no comment on the matter. Guevara said he had informed the Commission of his decision to open an investigation against Martin before he made the public announcement on June 23rd. On June 27th, officers sympathetic to Martin complained that the Commissioner of Police's decision had left them demoralized. And the officers complained that the Commissioner of Police's move made them feel that he did not have their backs. Now you see, on his first day in office, Brent Thomas brings request that this matter be reopened, right? He reopens the matter for an investigation. And officers within the TTPS were of the opinion that the new Commissioner of Police, because he opened this investigation against Martin and others, they saw that as the Commissioner not having the back. I bring that forward to the Joshua Samaru situation, where the Commissioner of Police came across as if he was supporting his officers full 100 pending the investigation. Now you see why he may have taken that position in this recent situation, because when he did order the investigation, officers within the TTPS were saying, but I'm like, now we back, boy. All right? You see how everything just kind of fall into place? Okay. In a WhatsApp response to his statement on June 29, Guevara made reference to the unnamed officers' complaint that, quote, I do not support my officers and I don't have their backs. It does not reflect my leadership style, as all my officers in the past can attest. I consider it unfortunate that at a time when I'm trying to lift morale in the TTPS, such an article would surface, especially when the public is demanding transparency and accountability of us. As the saying goes, veritas vos liberabit, which translates to the truth shall set you free. Question sent to Police Social and Welfare Association President at the time, ASP Gideon Dixon, seeking comment on the concerns raised by the officers and the decision to open an investigation against Martin and others, got no response. But here you have the Commissioner of Police, new Commissioner of Police, on June 18th. 4 days or 6 days later, getting a request from Thomas to reopen the investigation. Reopens the investigation against his officers on this Brent Thomas abduction. A few days later, well, from the time he opened the investigation, officers start to feel like he don't have the back. And then all of a sudden, the police file on DCP Martin into this probe went missing. Now let me tell you something. When you connect the dots and you put 2 and 2 together, these things don't look good. It don't look good. And then, to compound all of that, we have the arms dealer headline this morning. Right, put that full screen. Right. Ex-top cop Jacob says arms dealer Thomas volunteered to return. Thomas denies the claim. Former Commissioner of Police McDonald Jacob said in a sworn witness statement to police in July of 2025, this is a month later, that arms dealer Brent Thomas had volunteered to return to Trinidad from Barbados. Speaking to the Express by telephone yesterday, Jacob, who was acting police commissioner and acting DCP, Intelligence and Investigations at the time, on the Thomas probe, also said that he had authorized his officers to travel to Barbados in October 2022 to bring back the arms dealer to Trinidad. So he is saying that he is the one that authorized. Jacob's claims, however, were denied by Thomas yesterday afternoon when he spoke with the Express via phone. In his witness statement to the police in July 2025, Jacob said that he was visited at his office by acting Senior Superintendent George Laldio on October the 5th, 2022, who told him that Thomas was already in Barbados and had volunteered to return to Trinidad, thus negating any procedure under the process of extradition. Jacob later added in his statement that Laldio had further told him that the method they are using to secure the return of Brent Thomas was customary once the person had volunteered to return. Contacted by the Express yesterday afternoon, Thomas, who had read Jacob's statement circulating in the public domain, said he never volunteered to return to Trinidad. And he said, firstly, at no point did I speak to anyone concerning returning to Trinidad voluntarily. I have never spoken to Senior Superintendent Laldio or even seen him. And it was only months after I found out that he was one of the officers on the plane, said Thomas. He had told the Express on Sunday that he was kidnapped. In his witness statement, Jacob also indicated that he had spoken with Senior Superintendent Suzette Martin during a teleconference attended by Senior Superintendent Laldio on October the 5th, 2022, in which Martin said she had engaged the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions and obtained advice, which later led to her securing 6 arrest warrants for Thomas, who was under investigation regarding firearms. She also indicated that Thomas had intentions to travel to Greece, a country with which Trinidad and Tobago has no extradition treaty. Thomas questioned this, saying, quote, if someone volunteered to return, why did you hurriedly go to the DPP and ask him for arrest warrants? That's an excellent point. If you had a conversation with me and I say, yeah, I'll come back, then you don't need a warrant because I'm coming back voluntarily. That's one. Were these warrants sanctioned by the DPP? That's a good question. I don't think they were. It was probably sanctioned by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. He added, if I volunteered, why did they come to my hotel room and drag me out of my room at 3 a.m. in handcuffs? Is that how they treat someone who plans to voluntarily return? Thomas also dismissed claims made by Martin that he was planning to flee to Greece. He said, my lawyers sent them a letter telling them I was going to Miami for medical treatment. I don't know where that talk about me going to Greece came from. And then Jacobs goes on to say, lock me up, and goes on to talk and wherever, and he stands by his statement and whatever the case might be. Something is terribly wrong in this situation. Terribly wrong. It just ain't adding up. 327-7400. Either Laldio gave Jacobs the wrong information, and Jacobs pulled the trigger based on that information that he got on Laldio. Boy, I don't even know now. I really don't know. I really don't know. It gets more confusing by the day. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stefan. I sent you on your 2 phone numbers, 2 documents that is issued by the Office of the Prime Minister that we enter a state of emergency as of today.
Yeah, I done mention that already since he started the program.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. But anyway, it's there.
Yeah. You're tuning late. Something is not adding up. Morning. Caller, not hearing you.
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Commissioner of Police does not have to have the backs of the officers in terms of wrongdoings.
I agree.
If an officer has been falsely accused, then he could stand up for his officers. But he don't have to have their back and
Exactly.
they're being accused of something that is outside the reach of the law of a police officer rating.
Agreed.
Yeah?
Agreed.
So, yeah. So there lies the thing. When you want to say you have the officers back, you in charge. You have the police complaints authority. You have the union. What is the union?
The Social Welfare Association.
Right.
The police.
Right, and they have lawyers. Yeah. So they could have the defend the officers when the officers have done something that they were being accused of.
Agreed.
Do not go about having this thing that you have to have your officers back, because McDonald Jacob had his officer back, you know. He run on the TV and said the suspect shoot the man in the head.
That's the Go Martin, that's the police that got...
Right.
Yeah.
When they was chasing the guy, that time was friendly fire.
Yeah.
Right? So be careful how you're having your officers back. You have to do your own internal investigation and then say, look, listen, the police can't help you here. You need a lawyer, you need the police service commission, you need the police union to help you, because you will be backing up the wrong tree and you will end up looking stupid.
Okay.
The last guy who got shot there, who had his hand out of the car, the officer that came out the left-hand side of the vehicle, as he came out, he started to shoot.
Yeah.
So on the video, the first place he shoot was on the passenger side. They came through the front. So the last shot must be what killed the guy. So we don't know if the police who came out first came out shooting. And here nobody talk about the TIDA that was parked there. That if it was a case of return fire, wouldn't that TIDA that was parked there be in the line of fire? The police need to use their brain a little more and study the outcome of what is the public. And furthermore, there is rumors and allegations that they were involved with the girl in the car in terms of a three-way connection wherever.
Well, I don't know. Well, I can't speak to that.
I say it's a rumor. I say that it's an allegation.
All right, cool. Yeah. No problem.
Nice, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, morning. But definitely the timelines here with this entire situation, something is wrong somewhere. Morning. And when something is wrong, as much as it smells wrong in this situation, then somebody made a call, somebody made a decision that was not lawful. Morning. Go ahead.
Stephen, good morning.
Yes,
I know the subject matter is Brent Thomas. But the guy that had the bullet as a pendant, whatever happened to that case? And they dragged that man over the coals for having a pendant. I believe
that's the guy who was held in the airport from Canada or something, so?
Yes, when he was trying,
he was traveling through Trinidad, and I think he was heading to Guyana or somewhere.
Right, something like that.
Yeah.
And it not a real bullet, a pendant.
It's a pendant,
and you holding people with gun, with all kind of high-powered weapon and with
no, that's the stupidity of our laws. But until they change it.
Really, I mean. Yeah, and this thing with the files missing. How many doctors, people go into court and they're asking for a file from the hospital and the file gone missing? How long, how many years? Stefan, since we creeping about, you hearing about this thing, you want to tell me they may put nothing in place yet to deal with that? And why you still have a physical file? Why isn't it on the computer? All these things you have to ask yourself. Things going missing, this going missing, and you can't learn from the previous mistakes. You're still going ahead with what missing, and this one missing, and that one missing.
All right.
And you know what they're missing? They're missing the point. That's what they're missing. They're missing the point.
I like that. All right, cool.
I go on.
Yeah, I like that. It was the point. Morning. Oh, God.
Hey, Stefan.
Yes, morning.
You know what is the irony of this whole thing? Jacob, because he has retired, he may just be a witness in the matter and may not face any charges, should there be any. You understand? That is the irony. And it is how the state runs, with the delay in justice, so to speak. And this time for Mr. Thomas, it will just fizzle out. That was craziness. The court has determined that it was a kidnapping. And you were talking about Miss Infal and Jacob. Well, what you read here, right? That was back then. Jacob said that. So now, in the current state of the matter, where the file is allegedly missing, right?
Yeah.
Then it's he needs to make a different statement or just stay quiet. That is my take on it.
Okay, no problem. Yep.
Yeah, bye.
I'll see if I can squeeze maybe two more very quickly. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, morning, go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to let you know that for this good governance that we have in this country, we pay the taxpayer of this country, we pay $200 million a year in salaries and perks to maintain these people in the parliament who manage our business, right? The most incompetent and corrupt people you could find. We choose them and we pay them $200 million a year for them to terrorize us and to be incompetent. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Morning. 200 million a year, boy. I'll check that. We're talking about the parliament, all members of parliament, parliamentary staff. We're talking about all that. I'll check and see if that's really 200 million. Plenty money a year, boy. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. How are you going?
Yes, I. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. We could point out about 1 million incidents where situation of misconduct in the police service and continue talking about it. But let me tell you something. This thing, every single thing is be linked in a certain way that contributes to a bigger picture, which is crime in the country.
Yeah.
And anytime you have a police service supposed to be the watchdog and the protector of the citizen and crime, and you can see so much corruption within that police service, there's no way that the criminal element would feel that, oh, here what, they are fighting a losing battle. They would always feel that they have some measure of being able to infiltrate the organization that is, you could lock up the small man with a one piece of weed, you could lock up the man who thief a zabuka or some kind of thing. But you see the genesis of where the crime really comes from, and you realize the police service is involved in that, then we're in a bad place. Look right now, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton is being investigated for Epstein business. Over here, over here in Trinidad and Tobago, you can bring nobody accountable for a situation like this. And if that isn't alarming and people don't start to put things in place to make police especially, feel that they are accountable, that they can just do whatever they want and talk to people how they want in Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. This thing could only get worse. And then you see shootings like what took place again would be continuing. Look how long they kill people all over the country. They kill their own, Latinta, all these kind of things, even from borrowed days come up. And we never pay attention to it. We just letting it happen. Look where it reached to now.
Yeah.
Things like preventing the Coast Guard getting orders to stop a rescue for 4 men that locked in a pipeline and thing. Where all these orders and things coming from? These things need to be checked out, because let me tell you something. Yesterday was Brent Thomas. Let me tell you, tomorrow it could be you, for a simple thing that somebody set you up or frame you coming from the police service. That's how dangerous it is. Have
All
a
right.
good morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man.
And remember, if Bill Clinton could get investigated, if our people could, Akil Chambers' case could get investigated, a schoolgirl from Tobago could get investigated, there's a lot of things could be investigated. Have a good morning. Take care.
All right, you're going to be around for the run?
Right now, I'm running in the coal. Yeah.
I know you're out in the cold. The run is April 26th. You out there till then?
I don't know. I'll see what's going on.
All right, whatever though. Cool, man.
Yeah.
I could eat some of that pork, boy. All right, so I tell you what. Man, Paul, we got dread pork, you know. We got to go to the break, people. But thanks for your calls and your comments. And yeah, you see, when we're looking at the situation in the now, the only way that we could try to make sense out of it is by going back here, because you had to check the paper trail and the timelines. And that's why I started to go back yesterday. And the more I go back, is the more confused I am. Because sometimes, when a situation is unfolding in real time, we miss certain things, right? Because, you know, some of us react based on emotion and whatever. And we're not thinking clearly and want to pick a side or whatever the case might be. So, when you go back now after a while, you let it simmer for a little bit, and then you go back and you visit it. You come to realize, but wait, something really adding up in this situation. And even the actions of the Commissioner of Police when he was heavily criticized for the position he took after the Joshua Samaru killing, well, when we go back now and we see that officers were telling him that, or you feeling like they're at their back, maybe he felt in this particular position that he had to have the officers back pending the investigation and the outcome. But as the first caller said in this segment, it's not about having your officers back. You are the Commissioner of Police, and if one of your officers is called into question, then you are within your rights to well, he can't suspend. It's one of those organizations, I think it's the Police Service Commissioner, one of them, in charge of suspending. But you have to take action. You have to take action. And not all the time you can have your officers back, because your officers, especially when it's video footage of their actions, and their actions are wrong, you cannot defend wrong. But anyway, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, let me just remind you about Lashana's Palette Designs. So if you're tired of choosing between furniture that you can afford and furniture that actually lasts, at Lashana's Palette Designs, you don't have to compromise. They handcraft custom furniture from quality, treated pallets, and teak. Real craftsmanship, real durability, real affordability. Your dream piece doesn't have to be a dream budget. Call 366-0800 or follow them on Instagram at Lashana Palette Designs. Lashana Palette Designs, quality furniture at an honest price. Okay? And do not forget to get yourself registered for Run Stefan Run. Run Stefan Run, April 26th. People, we ready to go? All right, on your mark, get ready, go. And we off and running. All right, so be there, come out and support. It's for a terrific cause. The Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to give part of the proceeds to them. And of course, we have the medal distribution. We have t-shirts to distribute. We have a little complimentary breakfast, just a little something to bite on when you come back from the run on a Sunday morning. We have tons of giveaways. We have a few games inside of there. We're working on our shopping spree. I think the last thing I was told by my marketing person is that they're trying to decide on a time that they would give you to run through the grocery and in the shopping spree. So we'll see if we could confirm a timing with them. Once we get that timing, how much time is on the clock, how much time you have to run and grab what you need to grab, well, yeah, we move forward from there, and hopefully we could get maybe 5 or 6 shopping sprees, and hopefully 6 lucky people will win it. We're working on getting some other things sponsored as well. So we are getting there. And in the coming weeks, we've already got sponsorship for some of the prizes. So it's all unfolding. All right? We got to take a break. When we come back, Seth Wyola is going to be with us. Stay tuned.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest royal castle.
Welcome to Antigua Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to Mars, it was deadly.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply, everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality unbleached bromate free all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715, or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Introducing the new Sun Mix Nut Bar. Available in 3 delicious flavors: granola raisin nut, almond cranberry crunch, and coconut almond crisp. All packed on a rich bed of dark chocolate. Taste the good life, snack right. Taste the good life anytime. The good life. Sun Mix Sunshine Snacks, Sun Mix Nut Bar. Taste the good life.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Aboard is with us via Zoom. We're going to bring him in. Set. What's going on, man?
Good morning, Stefan. We Trinidad and Tobago, Synergy TV, the whole TV family, the viewers regionally, internationally. It's great to be back, first segment for 2026. So I want to wish everyone a healthy and productive year ahead.
Nice, man. The last time I saw you were playing Juve?
Yes.
Drinking club soda?
Of course. Actually, I did not drink nothing at all.
You didn't drink anything at all?
At all. Not even club soda.
All right, but I know you enjoy yourself.
Of course.
I was surprised.
Right?
I was surprised to see you. I thought you'd play Juve in South, man. I know you're that South, man.
I usually play in North, I usually play in the North.
Okay, nice, man.
Yeah, because it's one of the few opportunities where I get free time to socialize with some of my friends.
All right, great, man. It's good to see you and you're enjoying yourself, man. So
yes.
We having a chat here just to reintroduce, because we know this is your first segment back since, I think it's Christmas?
Yes,
yeah.
Since Christmas. Since
December. So we just want to get people reassociated this morning with the Setwires Holistic Health Clinic. And of course, the book is out there as well. You are not sick, you are malnourished. So you could talk on that as well. But in terms
Yes,
of
yes. Mhm.
the holistic health clinic and what is in store for persons in 2026, the floor is yours, man.
Okay. And I know that, we just came out of Carnival, as you mentioned there.
Yeah, boy.
Which is quite interesting. For those with regards to the book, I'll just quickly mention, it would soon be available in Nelson's bookstore in Tobago.
Okay.
As well, for those that want, easier access to get physical copy in Tobago. So Nelson Bookstore should have it by the end of the week.
Okay.
So for those in Tobago that don't want to go through the hassle of having to order from me directly and wait, would be able to head there and purchase the book in store. All right. Now, I have been observing some stuff, always observing some stuff, all right? And knowing that we just came out of Carnival, during Carnival, there were some things that I looked at, because I had a couple events that I went and I would have spoke at, given a little health speech and so forth. So it was all tailored around the same line, because, Carnival time is a time where people are out on the road and they're enjoying themselves, with the music, the energy, the movement.
Right.
And people, hit the gyms from as far back as sometimes October or November. But you'll get that rush usually in January, where everybody are very disciplined and, exercising, trying to transform their bodies to look well and perform well on the road for that 2 days.
Right.
Because you're jumping up for hours, right? And not just jumping up alone for hours, but in the hot sun too, all right? In the hot sun too, so, people increasing their stamina and so forth. And for a lot of people, they use that time to say, well, this is health. But is performance the same thing as health? That's the question. Is performance actually the same thing as health? And the correct answer would be, it isn't. Because you could be able to dance for 2 hours or hours, and that's performance. But being able to avoid cardiovascular disease, dialysis, cancer, stroke, being able to avoid these things after the age of 55, that is health. So the two are not the same. So many people focus on aesthetics, but aesthetics meaning how you look. That doesn't tell you about your insulin sensitivity. It doesn't tell you about your arterial condition, your liver fat, your inflammatory load, your mineral balance, your hormonal stability.
Right.
Right. Many people out here, and we have seen it for Carnival, they look strong. But many people can still look strong and be silently deteriorating. And that there is the illusion. So I was looking at some data, and I saw under the WHO, let me mention some of the data here for Trinidad and Tobago. We have approximately 13,500 to 14,000 deaths every single year. Right? That's people dying every single year. 13,500 to 14,000 deaths approximately. And from the data of the WHO, non-communicable diseases accounts for 80 to 83% of those deaths.
Wow.
Let me put that into figures. Out of the 13,500 to 14,000 deaths a year, 11,000 to around 11,400 of those deaths are from non-communicable diseases. If we break that down daily, that's approximately 30 deaths per day. That's 30 people dying every single day. Every single day. 30 people, huh?
Right.
Now, in this country, we focus a lot on crime. Now, when we speak on crime, what is the goal? So I'm asking this question here. So you might tell me, what is the goal? Is the goal to preserve life?
When we dealing with crime?
Yeah. Is it about life preservation?
The goal is to uphold the law, and in terms of murders and things like that, which could take somebody life, to preserve life.
So to preserve life, and I would also say to improve comfort and quality
of life, yeah.
Right? So life preservation and life comfort. Now, if it's about life preservation, the murders in Trinidad, because we have to understand too, and let me say this up front, crime, violent crime, is tragic and it's unacceptable, right? I'm saying that up front. I don't want nobody to take away that I'm downplaying crime. I am not. What I'm saying is, if preservation of life is important,
right,
the focus should be based and rooted in reality and proportionate to reality. Non-communicable diseases is killing 30 plus people per day. Murders, violent crime, is killing 1 to 1.6 people per day.
Right.
Right? When it comes to quality of life, when it comes to severe cases of disability, non-communicable diseases, stroke is number one for that. So when it comes to pain, comfort and quality of life, non-communicable diseases is still at the top.
Right.
But where's our focus? Where's our focus? We are focused on what is killing the 500 to 600, 650 people a year, but what is killing the 11,000 plus people? It's on the back burner.
Yeah.
It's on the back burner. We don't see it as a pressing issue. All right? We don't see it as a pressing issue, and we need to change our approach with regards to that. I remember doing a segment some years ago showing that when nutrition changed, when they adjusted nutrition in prison, there was over 46 or 49% reduction in violent offenses or crimes in the prison.
Right.
Just from fixing nutrition. And I've said this many times. If we want to affect crime, we have to affect metabolic health. We have to affect nutrition. We have to become more health conscious. We want to reduce crime, but we also don't want to change habits nutritionally. All right?
Yeah.
Now, this is not an aging issue because you have deterioration. People can deteriorate as they age. All right? But when it comes to that is silent and that is gradual. All right? But when it comes to metabolic decline, this is something that happens because of instability, right? Instability in their system that would have been taking place over a period of decades. And that instability comes back down to people's nutrition, comes back down to people's dietary choices. And we need to remember that you can't use your performance as a measure of health. Fitness and health are two totally different things, and we have conflated them, thinking that, okay, if I can perform, it means I am healthy. That is not true. That is one of the biggest lies, biggest illusions of today.
Right.
If that was the case, because look around, we have more health initiatives from corporate health initiatives, government health initiatives. We have more fitness centers opening up, not just locally, but globally. All right? We have all of these health initiatives. So if health is an indication, if fitness is an indication of health, then why is it all diseases continue to skyrocket? Right? And that's because health is not seasonal.
Yeah.
Right? Health is not what we'll call costume ready. Right? Health is metabolic stability sustained over decades. Right? People are out there training to perform for 2 days on the road.
Yeah.
But did we actually train to preserve our physiology? Did we train to preserve our physiology? That is long term. Right? That is long term. And we need to move away from this surface level thinking of health, because the healthcare system thinks just surface level. For example, high blood pressure. What do they say with regards to that? Try to suppress it.
Yeah.
Right? High blood sugar level, suppress it. High cholesterol level, suppress it. But suppression is not resolution, right? You know, this surface control is not systemic repair. That's just temporary solutions, right? That's temporary solutions. So with roughly 30 people dying per day from non-communicable diseases in this country, 2026 must be more than another year of appearance and performance, right? It should be a year of restoration. And, you know, if we are serious about preserving our lives and not becoming part of these statistics, we need to make a systemic approach, a systemic change, all right? And this is one of the reasons why I wrote my book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, all right? That goes into the root cause behind chronic disease. And it's very, very informative. And this is why I tell people, education and proper health and nutrition is key. All right, so people that have gotten my book and have read my book, right? I've had last month and over the past couple months, people that have read my book and they booked their consultation to come and see me because the book is very informative. But when you're ready to go beyond just information, that's when you take that step to come and see me, book your consultation, and then we can now take the information and make it active, make it applicable, apply it to your lives, because we need to make a difference. We need to make a change. We keep running with the same narrative year after year after year, decade after decade, and the situation is not getting any better. It hasn't gotten any better at all. Crime hasn't gotten better. Healthcare hasn't gotten better, right? All-cause diseases continue to rise. Non-communicable diseases continue to skyrocket. Our most expensive, or one of our most expensive bills or stresses on the citizens of this country is our healthcare bill, and that continues to rise. But yet we continue to do the same thing, just looking at the surface level. All right? What I do at St. Wires Holistic Health Clinic is very different. It's very different, very, very different. I'm not selling you a product. I ain't telling you, hey, come and take this and you're good and add it to your current lifestyle. No, you have a lot of things from your lifestyle that you have to remove.
Yeah.
And it's less appealing to hear, oh, take this product and it would help with this, than when you hear, oh, you could reverse your issue if you stick to eating a particular way, change your diet, change your lifestyle over a 6-month period. People don't want to hear that. That's not what people want to hear. That's like, oh gosh, I have to put effort into that. Wait 6 months. I have to put effort, I have to change how I'm eating. It have no other way. How I know it have no other way? Just check, look around. What has improved health-wise? Nothing. Our healthcare system is in shambles. It's a continuous representation of the failure of the current approach. Our healthcare system is not failure, it is total failure, right? And we fail to realize that, and we continue to only focus disproportionately on violent crime, where it have things that are killing more people, 15 to 20 times more people per day than violent crimes. But that is not what we are focused on. That's why I like to look at raw data, because raw data avoids this sensationalism, right? Paper had to sell, right? What's more impactful than a story on death, on violence, right? That's very impactful. Violence sells, all right? But when it comes to non-communicable diseases, that's back to you. That ownership is on you. And we need to confront that. We talk about accountability and governance, but we need self-accountability.
Yeah, correct.
We need to hold ourselves accountable for our health. Regardless of what people might think, at the end of the day, the person that's suffering is you, right?
Yep.
Regardless, we could say, yeah, the healthcare system, the medication this and the medication expensive and whatnot. At the end of the day, it's your suffering. You need to get out of the mindset that medication is what is needed to heal your problem, all right? So this year, I'm going to focus a lot more on the psychological aspects of people that is holding them back from actually making the decisions that they need to make in order to truly be healthy.
Yeah.
Right? But I realize there's a lot of psychological hindrances in place that prevents people from making the decisions that they should make. There's a lot of misinformation out there circulating that prevents people from making those proper decisions. All right? And I am going to help with that and bring that to the forefront to get people to be more knowledgeable, because when you are more knowledgeable, your actions become more sure and you are more motivated to stick with it. You'll become more and more committed. All right?
All right.
So, Stefan,
yeah, man.
This is my contribution for this morning as, start back for the first time of the year. All right? And I hope the message gets to people and people continue to tune in. Go out there, purchase that book, because that is something that I took a piece of my mind and put it in black and white for you all to have access to it so you could understand truth, right? But keep in mind, truth isn't comfortable, right? Truth isn't comfortable.
Oh, the truth hurts.
All right?
All right, man. Seth, thanks a lot, man. Until next week.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man,
See
no
you
problem.
next week.
All right, so that's Seth Viral about on the inside, and we have to take a final break. When we come back from that break, we're going to get into the birthdays. I think we have about 7 of them. Stay tuned.
Women of TNT, the bedrock of society. This weekend, we celebrate you in style at the International Women's Day edition of Gone But Not Forgotten. Honoring the legacies of past women icons like Denise Plummer, singing Francine,
What happened to you? Woman, you could run away too.
and singing Sandra.
And die with my dignity.
We also recognize the most undisputed Calypso Monarch victory ever of the magnificent Terry Lyons. And supporting the sisters on their day include past legends like Shadow, Funny, Maestro, Arrow, Rigo, and Blacks. All happening this International Women's Day weekend this Saturday, 7th March at Napa, 6 p.m. and Sunday 8th at Sapa, 5 p.m. Your master of ceremonies, Sunny Bling. Tickets $300 and $250, $10 off for online purchases. Available at islandetickets.com, Crosby's, Jumbo Foods Barataria, Mart's Liquor Palace, Diego Martin Main Road, All Kenny Sports, Western Union, Tunapuna, All Extra Foods, Supermarkets, Athletes by the Park, Palini Drugs, San Fernando, Napa, and Sapa Box Office. For more info, call 732-3402. The International Women's Day edition of Gone But Not Forgotten.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain.
With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Introducing the new Sun Mix Nut Bar. Available in 3 delicious flavors: granola raisin nut, almond cranberry crunch, and coconut almond crisp. All packed on a rich bed of dark chocolate.
Taste the good life, snack right. Taste the good life anytime. The good life. Sun Mix.
Sunshine Snacks Sun Mix Nut Bar. Taste the good life.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. We got to wrap things up. Before I wrap things up, we have to, I just want to acknowledge everybody that came out to the Mingle and Barbecue on Saturday at Reality of a Dream. They had a fantastic time. The food was great. And they went till, I think it was after 9 with entertainment. And I think children were still in the swimming pool. And everybody came out, you know, after the sun and that kind of thing. And they came out more in the evening time. But they had a terrific time. So, of course, acknowledging everybody that came out to the Mingle and Barbecue and supported. All right? Birthdays. We got to get to the birthdays. All right, so we got 7 of them. So let's go. Good morning, Stefan. Would like to wish our grandma Sadia or Sadia a happy birthday today. May Allah continue to bless her with good health, strength, happiness, and many more happy years ahead. From Saif, Saeed, Zaim, and the rest of the family, enjoy a special day. And thank you, Stefan. No problem, no problem. Happy birthday, Grandma Sadia. Also, happy birthday to Michelle and Neil. Have a great day from your daughters, Amanda and Rihanna. Apparently, this lovely couple celebrate their birthday together. Nice, man. All right. Also, good morning, Stefan. I would like to wish Susara Johnson, an amazing wife, mother, sister, and grandmother, a very happy birthday as she celebrates 55 years. The entire family wishes you a safe and productive day. May you have many more to come. All right, so happy birthday going out to Susara. To a kind, caring, compassionate, loving sister, we cherish her gentle spirit, loving heart, and the irreplaceable bond we share. Gone 25 years and never forgotten. May you enjoy eternal peace in the arms of the Lord. May Ahmad, from Ahmad, the brothers, nephews, and nieces. All right, nice one. That's now, huh? That was to Sarah? No. That's not, huh? Oh, the previous one, the name was Pauline Hospabano Ramuta. Right. That was the heavenly birthday greeting. All right. And here we go. Good morning, Stefan. I just want to say happy birthday to my beautiful wife. Her birthday is today, the 3rd of March. We are celebrating in Tobago. Wishing her good health, prosperity, and many more birthdays to come from your husband and 2 children. And her name is Shamila Bola. Happy birthday to you. And enjoy your Tobago weekend, man. Tobago is beautiful. Also, morning, guys. Love the new look in the studio. As always, you guys are number 1. Thank you so much. And, of course, the look in the studio is courtesy Quartz. All right? Quartz and Ashley's. We got to big them up. Nice, man. I want to wish my aunt Rita Suku a happy birthday. She's from New York, but she's back home on holiday. Wishing her all the best for a wonderful day. From her niece, Annalise Bipat, her children, Kevin, Karine, and Kim, and all the in-laws. Grandkids, Layla and Lucas, and her husband, Moses Suku, and the Bagwandine and Suku families. So happy birthday going out to Rita Suku, man. And finally, we would like to say happiest birthday to Philip Budu, wishing him health and happiness from his mom, dad, brother, sisters, niece, and nephew. We love you. He's also a dad to be. So nice, man. Congratulations and enjoy your birthday. And with that, we wrap things up for today. Tomorrow we got Behind the Badge and Pastor John. So until tomorrow, people, do enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We'll see what developments take place in Trinidad and Tobago and, of course, on the global circuit with everything that's going on with the US and Iran. And, yeah, we'll have those conversations come tomorrow, whatever transpires today. Until then, goodbye. What's that? What do you say? Today marks the return of Seth Wyola Board, so we're going to hear from him in the second hour. And this morning, I was about to go through the news, but it's not in the news this morning. It's nowhere in the paper. You will see it online. It is legitimate because I just got confirmation from one of my contacts inside the Ministry of Defense. So the Prime Minister, after meeting with the National Security Council yesterday, they have officially declared a state of emergency that starts today, March the 3rd. So Trinidad and Tobago is now under another state of emergency. And I knew it was coming, you know, because we have 60-something murders. I think it's 62 murders to date. And that's 31 and 28 days, 31 in January, 28 days in February, that is 59, and 2 days, 61. So we have at least a murder a day taking place, approximately. And the Prime Minister did say that when his OSO bill failed. She said, okay, I'll just call an next state of emergency if I need to. Simple. Right? So, state of emergency has been declared. I'm going to give you a little information here in terms of what was released. Director, do you have that document from the government document, labeled SOE, that I just sent to you? Yeah. Right, that's it there, official document, statement by the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessor, SC, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago on the declaration of a state of emergency effective Tuesday, 3rd of March. The National Security Council met at the Diplomatic Center on Monday, March 2nd, 2026, and received security briefings from the Commissioner of Police, Alistair Guevara, the Chief of Defense Staff, Don Polo, and the Head of the Strategic Services Agency, Alicia Henry. The NSC noted that following the end of the previous state of emergency on January 31st, 2026, there has been an increase in violent criminal activity across the country, most of which have been carried out by members of organized criminal gangs. The NSC further noted that several of these acts of criminality have resulted in multiple deaths due to mass shootings, and that the continuance of